Hello there. I'm Dark Witch Avalon, and I am a witchcraft and occult educator. And I teach about so many things, including demonolatry, spirit work, blood magic, business sorcery, so many amazing things. But today I want to talk about shadow work because this month in the Dark Witch Academy, we are getting into some deep shadow work and utilizing the help of demons and deities. So, of course, we all know that there's, things within us that we need to, work on. There's things that need to evolve. There's things that we need to transmute. But sometimes we need a little help to figure out, actually identify the work. And demons and deities can be such a invaluable support and such incredible allies in this work. Any kind of self-development work, I mean, any kind of, personal evolution that we could go through, they can help, give us guidance on how to identify the work, how to, do rituals and spell work to help us, how to, go through the process of evolution and ascending, to our higher selves. So my work with demons has been incredibly beautiful and powerful because throughout all of my witchcraft practice, all of my life, it wasn't until I really started working with demons that things went next level with my own personal evolution. I always got a lot of support from deities and even just from, working with the moon phases and working with the planets and, working with, human spirits because I'm a medium. But working with demons definitely took things to a whole new level, helped me ascend at a much faster rate and a much more, effective way of going about doing shadow work and developing myself, and also being more self-aware, to know whenever there's work that needs to be done. So in my personal experience, there's a few different paths of going about shadow work, and I think a lot of people have different ideas about what shadow work really is. But for me, I think there's a few different paths that you can take, and it's always going to be different depending on what you're working on inside, like what part of yourself you're trying to evolve and trying to develop. But the first one is, sometimes we just need to accept things about ourselves. Sometimes there's just things within us, or things that we do or things that we believe that are just part of us, and so we need to maybe do some inner healing and just learn to accept those things about ourselves. Not everything needs to be changed, not everything needs to be evolved, and sometimes some things can't be. I've learned that within my own life, that there's just some facets of me that I just don't think I'm going to be able to change because it's just who I am. And instead of, fighting those parts of me, I can accept them. I can heal the parts of me that, kind of make those parts seem negative or abrasive, and I can learn to live with them and learn to, coalesce those facets of me into my life. So it's not, facets of me that I'm working against all the time, or that feel like they're working against me. So some parts of us just need to heal and to be accepted. But then there's some parts that maybe need to be released, some facets or habits or, beliefs or, different things about us that we just need to let go of, and that can sometimes involve some inner healing as well, because it's hard to just write parts of ourselves off, And then there's some things that can be transmuted, where we can, take darker energies or unuseful energies or ineffective energies within ourselves, and we can turn them into, transmute them into usable energies, transmute them into energies that we can use for our lives, we can use for attaining our goals, for crafting the life that we truly fucking crave. And then the very last path is sometimes things just need to be burned the fuck down. And, rising from, the phoenix rising from the ashes, sometimes we just need to burn the fuck down some things that aren't working for us, some things that we need to, just completely let go of. And we need to do it in a kind of ferocious kind of way, just burn it the fuck down to make room for the new, And whenever I talked about releasing earlier, that's kind of more of a lovingly release, But this stage is, just making room for the new, burning away what's not working, killing off the parts that just aren't serving you so you can make room for the new, so you can start anew in different ways. And like I said, this is just my opinion. This is the way that I see, shadow work, that it comes in these different stages, that different things will have different paths. Some things we can heal, some things we can accept, some things we need to burn down, That's just the way I see it. But you have to use, your own intuition and discernment, like I always say, to figure out, what feels right for you and what shadow work is to you. Because it's a very personal, very deeply, you know, self-involved kind of process. So this is just the way I see shadow work. But demons and deities and different ones can help us with all of these different paths. And it's really amazing to have such support, especially like with all of these different paths. So with like the healing and accepting, just inner healing and accepting parts of us that we just need to come to terms with. There's demons like Laraj that can help with inner healing. Same with Lilith. There's also like Egyptian goddesses like Isis that would be really incredible for that. There's so many different, demons and deities that can help with, any sort of like inner healing, just kind of accepting and coming to terms with things. And then with the releasing, you can just work with like the full moon or the dark moon for such a thing. You can also work with, many different demons. Like Lilith is really good for any kind of shadow work, honestly. So I'm probably going to list her off for all of these different stages. But Lilith is a great one. Lucifer is a really good one for releasing parts of ourselves so we can evolve. For like transmutation, Lilith is super, super powerful for any sort of transmutation magic. There's a lot of different places that you'll read, that she helps you turn darker energies within the self, into usable energies. I've seen that in so many different sources, and it's been proven to be true many, many times throughout the years. So Lilith is amazing for any sort of transmuting, parts of yourself into something more beautiful, something more effective, something more in alignment with who you want to be and who you are, as your highest self and as your higher versions of yourself than you are now. And then the burning it the fuck down, that, can be done with so many different entities. Lucifer would also be good for that. Any sort of personal evolution and self-development, Lucifer is always going to be a really powerful demon to work with for any of that. Lilith as well, like I said, she's good for any sort of shadow work. She's really good at the transmutation. Laraj is also, I mentioned her for the healing and accepting parts of yourself, but Laraj also has a really passionate, fiery side that would be really good for those kinds of spells, like that kind of working. And there's just a lot of different demons and deities that you can explore to, help guide you. And, you could do divination. You can, do some journaling, do some dream work with these demons and deities to get guidance on how to go about, doing this shadow work. Whether it's you need to do more journaling, you need to, maybe go on like a vision quest out in the forest and spend some time with yourself. Maybe that you need to do some spell work. Maybe that you need to do some serious like divination and like really deeply explore these things, within you that maybe are holding you back or don't feel in alignment anymore or don't make you feel good, or just keep causing maybe problems in your life. But there's a lot of different spells that you can do too. I mean, like there's spells that you can do for any of those paths that I talked about. I mean, you can do a transmutation ritual. You can do releasing rituals on the full moon or on the dark moon. You can use death magic to do, like the burning things down that I talked about. We even have a tutorial, a spell tutorial in the Dark Witch Academy that I put in there months and months ago. But it's a death magic ritual for shadow work, and it's really intense. But it's where you're just actually doing a ritual to kill off parts that just are no longer serving, and you're using some death magic. You're also working with some demons, and it's really powerful for just cutting some things away, killing some parts off to make room for the new, to renew and refresh yourself, and it's really powerful. But yeah, you can do a lot, to work on yourself and to develop yourself and to release things and transmute things. And all these demons and deities are here to help us. They're here to help guide us if you're, seeking some sort of, guidance and, allyship from them. Not that they're here to just serve us or anything, but you know, they're here to help if we want their help, and if we're willing to put in the work and, you know, be respectful and, you know, give offerings and give quality time in exchange for that guidance and that work that they'll do with us. But demons specifically, if you're not willing to put in work towards yourself and towards your goals, demons are really not the route to go, because demons will push you, and a lot of deities will as well. They'll push you, you know, to actually do the work in the physical realm while they're helping you in the spiritual realm. You know, they're not going to just sit back and be like a genie in a bottle. It's going to grant all of your wishes, like, oh, your shadow work's done because you did a spell. No, you still have to do the work. But if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to do that self exploration and that self development, then they will help guide you and they will help protect you while you're vulnerable and doing the work. And they will help you evolve to a much higher level. Be like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Here's a couple of ideas to do a little, you know, shadow work activity for yourself. So if there's been something that's been holding you back in life, I want you to, you know, sit down, maybe light a candle, maybe light some incense, maybe call on, you know, a deity or a demon for help and guidance on doing so. But sit down and explore, go deep inside. And I want you to, you know, sit down, maybe journal about it, you know, even just meditate, but explore within you what's been holding you back from reaching your potential. What's been something that's been kind of gnawing at you, like maybe something that you're doing or something that you're not doing that's holding you back from reaching your potential, from going next level in life, from crafting the life that you truly fucking crave, you know, from reaching the potential you know that you have, for, you know, reaching the goals that you have for yourself. What is it within you? Is it fear? Is it maybe insecurity? Is it just, you know, not knowing which way to go, you know, what steps to take? What is it that's holding you back? Because if you're here, you're watching this video about shadow work, there's something inside that you need to work on, you need to develop, or maybe you need to release. But allow yourself a few minutes. Just sit down, journal about it, meditate about it, do a little ritual about it, whatever feels right. But explore what it is that's stopping you in this moment from going next level in life, from truly enjoying this life, from making this life so fucking delicious that you can't wait to wake up in the morning to enjoy the next day. So, yeah. And of course, there's so much more work that can be done on this, but that's just a little activity to start with. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually plan to start doing a lot more videos here on YouTube for you guys. And yeah, if you happen to see this before Friday, this coming Friday, we're doing a free group ritual in the Dark Witch Academy. You just have to sign up for my email list on darkwitchavalon.com, spelled the same way as my name on here. And you can also, you know, whenever you sign up for my email list, you'll also get my free Dark Witch course, which is pretty incredible. It's got some things on starting demonology, some videos and like printables on spirit work, some blood magic, and there's also going to be some more shadow work magic. But I'll have details in that little course and through email for how to prepare yourself for a free shadow working ritual this week. And if you watch this after Friday, then you can definitely catch the replay if you get on my email list. So it's going to be really powerful. We're going to be working with some Egyptian goddesses like Isis, and we'll also be working with some demons like Lilith and Laraj. So it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be like delicious to the soul. So come join us if you can. And besides the free ritual that we're doing this Friday, if you want some more ideas on how to do, shadow work, then come join the Dark Witch Academy. And we're going to have ritual oils and tutorials, like spell tutorials, mini classes, and many other things for you this month to just, kind of devour and explore to do your own shadow work. There'll be some shadow work activities, like a little mini workbook. So there's so many things that we're going to be doing that is going to be really helpful for doing this kind of work. So come join the Dark Witch Academy. And yeah, it's an amazing community, and there's a plethora of other resources on demonology and spirit work and all of the things I teach about. So, and yeah, definitely check out my website for so many courses for the Dark Witch Academy monthly membership. And I've also got some other incredible things coming up, like a new program called Dark Metamorphosis that is going to be all about inner soul work, inner healing, shadow work, self development, and it's gonna be amazing. So go check it out.